Almante, thanks for the host. Okay, everybody just joining. You might have missed the start of the game and the first few minutes of the cast as well. But WS Shak stuck on Tech 1, or he was stuck on Tech 1. Now he's got Tech 2. He's going to be taking straight into Banshees with Decimus here. He has a triple Apex coming up. Not picking up an Expo as of yet. He has 4 power nodes to 1. And Bsafetho got a lot of Rangers out here. So it might actually turn out okay for him. But Jesus Christ, he's quick teching into Banshees. The ultimate Decimus noob play. Bsafetho does have that Foundry up, so got Marauders coming out. The Warlord was pushing up there. Could have dragged Ranger to its death there if he wanted to do so, but 48 population to 39 in favour of WS Shak right now. We do have a double Foundry from Bsafetho, and he is going into Tech 2, so he's trying to get the quick Raves, so he's going to have like 730 Raves here. Bsafetho just with a stack of Rangers at the moment. Reavers are coming out along with a couple of Wraiths as well. A lot of grunts with the Warlord here. And is his base locked? I think his base... Yeah. Nope. Nope. He's coming out. The Expo's coming up. He's got a couple of Banshees around the back here. Bsafetho already knows he has the Banshees. One Marauder gets picked off at the back as he's trying to harass that mini base with the generator on. Bsafetho just going to be sitting back for the time being. Possibly wants to get a shield gen up. Shak could honestly push this Expo right now. There's one Reaver out for Bsafetho, and it's like going all the way over to the left. It's like it's trying to defend the mini base. We do have a triple foundry from Bsafetho. So he's going to have to get those ranging numbers online. But when that Decimus drop comes in, with the Warlord, all these grunts, it's going to be pretty easy work dealing with the Reavers. Boundless Siphon has now been picked for WS Shak. Using all of his mines on a single ranger there. So he got 15 grunts. See, what Shak's doing now is he's not pushing. He's allowing Bsafetho to build these Reaver numbers. He should have pushed a lot earlier. He had a lot of grunts. They can still do damage to the Reavers. Obviously, the Wraiths are going to be a problem for those. But he has the Warlord. There's a Decimus drop just around the corner. He should be getting reinforcements anytime soon. But here comes the small push with grunts and Banshees and the leader. Yeah, dragging two Wraiths into their deaths with the Y ability instantly going down as well. Banshees are going to shred through them. The Ultraman's going down onto the grunts. Super weak, but super cheap. A lot of those do fall. It's like a Wraith did manage to escape. One of them did die, and the Warlord's getting battered by these Scorch Mortars now. Kind of wastes a beam there on one of the Wraiths. He has no vision to really see that. What's there? He's going to pick off one Wraith with that beam. Not the best. You could get a lot more value out of that. Reavers are pushing up onto the Banshees. They're going to be forced to back off. And Shak has a nice scout on this base with the two grunts. Bsafetho not looking in trouble at the moment. Shak does have the Banshees, but he's doing nothing with them. We're just waiting for those upgrades. Waiting for the Plasma Torpedo to come out. Again, more and more Wraiths and Reavers. Finally getting a shield generator on the Expo of WS Shak here, but Bsafetho can just hold out, build his population with Reavers, and wait for the Lich to push. Pick off a poor Banshee there with the Reavers. Bit of overkill from all those missiles, however, every Banshee matters. Burnout 2's ready. The Banshees are soaring onto the mini base here with the Foundry on. A poor Wraith's going to get picked off there. Very costly, especially since Bsafetho has no blue right now. He's got 74 population, not a lot of power. And he's sending his Reavers back, and looks like his Wraiths are going to be pushing forward with the Pavium. I guess he doesn't really know what he's doing with those Reavers. Maybe an all units issue there. They're now pushing back forward. And Bsafetho's just kind of sat in the middle, not really knowing what to do yet. The Banshees still sat at this mini base as well. Shak should have already picked that up and moved on to the second one, cutting off the economy of Bsafetho at the back. If he scouts the main base, he can even scout that. He'll be able to pick off a gen, a harvester, maybe two gens, but now it's a bit too late. Bsafetho's coming all the way back, and he's splitting off three Banshees. Those Banshees are going to die to these Reavers as soon as they get back. They're not going to have enough base damage to kill the mini before that. Both players now getting reinforcements. Possible 100 population for both of those now. More Banshees still coming out from Shak. Getting the Warlord upgrade now. Looks like he is tech free. Bsafetho still spamming Wraiths and Reavers at this moment in time. Yeah, look, there goes the three Banshees. Easily picked off. This grunt's been here a long time. Look how much damage it's done to the War Council. That's right, David. Banshee lives matter. Big rain of fire with the mines going down there, and the Y ability from Paviem. The Banshees are just sat there in the rain of fire at the moment. There's no micro coming out of Shak here. Not really sure what he's doing with that. However, Bsafetho on 54 population, Shak on 61. He could have come out of that engagement a lot better, but unfortunate for him, he just didn't move out of the rain of fire. Warlord pulling in a Wraith, going to be picking off the Reaver as well, which is super weak, and the Banshee's forced to back off. There comes the Desi drop on top of the Reavers. The Y ability goes off as he tries to jump away. Going to take off the shields and put them on half health, but they are going to be able to get away. Decimus the saviour that he needs there. Both players struggling on blue at this moment in time. Shak did pick up this base on Bsafe's side of the map. Probably wants to start building on that, and that's exactly what he's going to start doing. Just more and more Banshees. It's going to be pretty predictable for Shak. Obviously, Decimus Banshees are extremely good the later the game gets on, especially now he's got these two leaders on the map as well. Can help deal with most of these Reavers. Bsafe's just kind of stuck at 77 population at the moment. Getting reinforcements level 2, so he's going to be able to increase his army pot, but not really going to be worth it when he's not building units to max that out. Here comes a Vortex beam onto the Reavers. They're just going to split out of that, just going to jump. He does manage to catch one. Second one jumps. Bit of a waste because the army aren't there to mop it up. It's not recommended to use your leader powers when your army isn't there to clean up the red bar units here. The leaders are here now. I'm going to pick off more of these Reavers. There's only 3 Reavers left. The Banshees are actually moving with a Hunter, so their mobility is extremely slowed right now. He needs to split that off. Get the Banshees onto this main base. There's literally nothing defending it if he just scouts that. But the Lich push now on the main base is going to be forcing WS Shak back home to try and defend this. Already lost a generator and an upgraded harvester. The Banshees come in. Needs to deal with those Wraiths. That's the main source of the base damage here. And then he should be able to out-heal the base from the Lich with those Engies. Another Y ability going down just on one Wraith there. The Warlord does get Vet 1. It was a decent push from Bsafe. He took an upgraded gen, an Apex. The Engies are actually healing the shield generator rather than the main base, but the Banshees do manage to take down the Lich. Probably in record time there. Paviem in the garrison, so he cannot be pulled. It's going to be hard to force him out there. It's going to take everything he has. Some Reavers get pulled onto the ledge, but they immediately jump back down. Good play by Bsafe to get those away. The other one jumping down. They're just getting pulled and jumping away. Still 93 population for WS Shak. Bsafe 84 out of 120. Paviem does go down, and Bsafe does manage to pick off an Expo here as well. But it won't matter too much. That is Shak's 4th base. Yeah, Bsafe's going to have to repopulate those Reavers. He has 2 foundries, and it looks like they're his only production buildings right now. Everything else is just complete eco. He's going to be stuck on 2 bases, but Shak making full use of the Decimus. Boundless Siphon, Boundless Fury has now been picked on these Banshees, on his whole army. This is where Decimus starts getting extremely strong. Another base here picked up by Bsafe. A lot of Wraiths onto it. The Banshees, he just needs to split the Banshees off for the mobility. He should be able to save this. He's going to try and get a shield gen at the back. That's going to be focused down. The base is red bar. Wraith gets pulled in by the Warlord, but the Banshees are going to chase the rest down. Bsafe needs more Reavers over here, and it's extremely difficult to deal with the 2 leaders as well as the Banshees as well. The Banshees kind of just stalled there. This base is going to fall. The base does fall. Shak makes good use of actually recycling his pads on the base before it goes down, but he's going to be reduced to 2 bases for the time being while he gets his 3rd one up and running. But Bsafe is really struggling right now. Hunters in the mix for Shak. We've got 4 Hunters here going to start picking off these Reavers. The Y ability from Paviem is going to go down on the Banshees, who are going to walk into the Rain of Fire. He's actually going to micro out of this one, so he's going to be dodging that level 2 Rain of Fire there. But a lot of the Reavers are getting killed. And there is victory for WS Shak in game number 1. Alright guys, game number 2, we're going to be going down on Frontier. So Shak did manage to actually win the first game with Decimus there. WS Shak showing that is not just a pretty face, and he can stand up to the bully that is Bsafetho, who was bullying him in Almirante's chat. 1-0 to the French player here. France versus America. Doesn't look like France will be bowing out early this time, and we're going to be getting a Voridis mirror going down on Frontier. It's going to be extremely interesting. You know, when Bsafetho pulls out the Voridis, he means business, and here we go. Game number 2. So we're going to be getting a grunt start from both players. Bsafetho going to be opening double grunt here, triple grunt even. So it looks like he might be going for the grunt mine rush. Double grunt from Shak with a double harvester as well. Bsafetho does have all of his grunts in the middle collecting the central power. Which means Shak's grunts have gone off to the sides. Fox, my wife just shouted at me for being too hype, so getting more coffee in me is not going to happen. Bsafetho going to be getting aggressive with the grunts already. Looks like he does have grunt mine. We should have grunt mine. Shak is just not prepared for this. I don't think he's been seeing a lot of high-level Voridis gameplay, but this rush is quite popular at a high champ level. Only just getting his generator up now, and these grunts are already pushing to his base. Need to keep every grunt, and he's about to lose one here to these 4 grunts. Bsafetho does have grunt mine, but he has 0 power right now. He actually throws the mines on the upgraded unupgraded generator, and now we're going to be focusing on the harvester because obviously that will give him some power, and the unupgraded one will not. This game looks like it could already be over, folks. Shak already has all his grunts on the side powers here. So he's getting a lot of power income, but not really a lot to defend this. Shak now with his grunt mine upgrade as well. So this could be interesting because Bsafeto's losing a lot of grunts here. He's used all of his grunt mines already. More grunt mines going down on the healthy grunts. Bsafetho now has a raid camp up with a turret, so Bsafetho actually knows he's in trouble. He's going to be putting up an early turret for the counter push, but he did manage to take that upgraded supply pad. And we have a Gren drop by Shak on defense here just to deal with the remaining of the grunts, and Shak now has the advantage, 18 population to 14 in his favor. Unfortunate for him losing the upgraded harvester here. Then gets the power extractor upgraded because remember he did manage to pick up all of the power at the side, so that's 300 power from the sides. He still has this to collect. He might go for a counter push, but looks like we've got jump at brutes, more grunts from Bsafetho as well as that turret as well, and 3 mini bases picked up from Bsafetho now. I always find in Voridis mirrors you want to try and not pick up as many mini bases because obviously they get money from it, you get money from it. You want to be harassing mini bases, not actually taking them. So that's 600 blue that Bsafeto's just spent. That's going to be less grunts for him, less units for him, and he's already behind 35 to 15. So this is looking really good for Shak right now, who has the raid camp up, and this mini base gets built. Bsafetho can either choose to keep it up and let his opponent get money off it, or immediately recycle it and lose that 200, pretty much lose the 200 blue he just got. He will get some of it back if he destroys it early before it actually loses health, but the money that's coming in for Shak right now is absolutely ridiculous. The mine's going down as well. Look at this blue income. We do have a good grain drop from Bsafetho going down on that blob of grunts there, and Bsafetho pushing it up to defend this. Good job by Shak to get out the grunts, and that is a nice stun from him with the jump at bruise. Bsafetho did manage to pick up 1 power node. He really needs that power, and he's going to be swapping into a hero, so we're going to be seeing an early Voridis hero here. Shak probably doesn't need the turret as of yet, but Bsafetho is going to be sneaking round with that jump at brute, so that's a bit of a cheeky play from him. But Shak has the greater army. You don't want that Gren to explode in the middle of all these grunts. You probably want to just split those out, take the turret, Voridis 10 seconds out. He does scout the one jump pack brute sneaking around the back, and Shak now has 3 mini bases to match Bsafe's 3. But Shak with a better economy here because he is harassing this middle mini base with the 2 jump pad brutes. Oh, and the Gren does explode on those grunts there. The Goo going to be doing a lot of damage to the grunts in the center of the map, and he's going to be stealing the power node as well. Bsafeto 28 population, 30 population, but he does have that hero. Not the best hero in the game, but still going to be pretty difficult for Shak to deal with. We got 2 Vet 1 Grens now. That mini base does drop down. Look at all these grunts. Get some Y abilities on that hero. Drop the shield and he should die pretty quickly. He's actually choosing to run away from him. He has 71 population and he's building an Apex now. You can literally stay on Tech 1 forever with Vori, especially in a Vori mirror. It's just whoever's going to be the most aggressive is going to win, and Bsafe's losing a lot of units right now. It's not looking good for him. Here's the Voridis for the Y ability, but look at these mines going down. Drops the Invigorating Frenzy, and that was a good Y ability on those grunts to hurt a lot of them. There's no way for Shak to spread goo at the moment unless these Grens pop. So that has just managed to keep the leader alive, and another Gren drop's going to come down for Bsafeto as well. There's Invigorating Frenzy now from Shak as well. Probably not going to get as much use out of that. Bsafeto has most of his goo spreaded here. And all these grunts are just dying to goo, really. Jump out brute stuns coming in. He's running out of the heal, and Voridis is going to be forced to back off. Bsafe's going to be forced to back to his main base right now. His leader's weak. He's got no shield. There's an army of grunts at his front door. He might lose game number 2 here. Almost the best stun in the game from Shak with that jump up brute. Just slightly misses. They're just chasing down this Voridis leader. Bsafeto only with... He already swapped to double generator. He has one turret being upgraded to anti-infantry, but Voridis falls, and this looks like all she wrote for Bsafeto. This is absolutely insane. WS Shak, 64 population. Bsafeto has nothing to defend this. Trying to get a second turret up. We have the healer here as well, spreading more goo in front of the base. The Gren drop comes down on the turret. He can just absolutely absorb so much money from this base now. The second generator doesn't actually say it's upgraded, but it is. That's funny. And Shak is just about to soar into Tech 2 with all this money he has. He's already in Tech 2. Never mind. A fair generator coming up. There's nothing Bsafe's going to be able to do right now. WS Shak taking him down. And there you go. WS Shak found himself 2-0 up in this best of 5 series. Bsafeto has one last game to recover this. I don't think Bsafeto expected this when he challenged Shak to a best of 5 series earlier on. Game number 3 going to be going down on Riff. I don't know what is going to be going through Bsafeto's head right now. But this is a match he should easily be winning. Alright, Bsafeto now going to be pulling out the Captain Cutter. Shak going to be going for Forge. I do like Cutter versus Forge. It's a good matchup, but Forge generally is the better leader. Most cases. We need to know who's the #1 French. So who does Shak play next? Major or Stars? Right, Bsafetho opening double Harvester. Shak going to be opening Harvester Gen. Generally what you want to do with Forge, because Roll on Economy allows you to upgrade that immediately without actually collecting power. Bsafetho has picked up both of his mini bases. Shak has done the exact same as well. Despite the second generator start, Shak doing pretty well so far. Bsafetho has underestimated him the last 2 games. Hopefully he does not this game as well. So after this, guys, if Moz has time, I think he's going to be going up against EOD in a best of 5, so stay tuned. And obviously, if you do like the content, make sure to hit that follow button and turn on notifications for the next stream, the next show matches, and the tournament on the 28th of June as well. Second generator coming up for Shak, with a barracks as well. So it doesn't look like he's going to be opting in for the Forge Hog. However, is Bsafetho preparing for it? Bsafetho has the armory. He's going to be getting the Spartan. Generally, what most cutter players do against Forge is get the Spartan, go Lotus Mine second point, slam the Forge Hog, nuke it with mines, and it's dead. Pretty nice and easy, but that's not going to be happening in this game, at least on Tech 1 anyway. Shak just kind of setting up his economy, and a couple of Flamers will do a world of wonders against all these Marines. Just the Spartan is going to have trouble with in the early game. First power node has been picked up by Bsafetho. Shak's going to be working on his as well, just to get that extra power in. Has a faster power income than Bsafetho at this moment in time. Bsafetho going to be swapping to a second generator on the main base. Normally what people tend to do is recycle their armory once the leader's out and upgraded for the second generator, but personally I don't like generators being on mini bases just in general. Always get harassed at a high level of play. Second power node going to be picked up by Bsafetho, and you would expect him to have more power nodes just because he is Captain Cutter. He can cap them a lot quicker. Did lose a Marine there because of their height advantage from Shak. And we're going to be getting grenade throw from Shak. So he's going to be contesting on Tech 1. He has a lot of Marines. He's got snipers. He's going to be trying to match Cutter infantry for infantry here. Bsafetho's pulled his full army across the right hand side, and Shak's just going to sneak in and take his power nodes. Look at this. He's getting the garrisons. He's got the snipers up here. Shak has a nice scout of the army sneaking around the right hand side, so he might want to pull back and do something about that. I think he's searching for Bsafetho's army in the center, but he's about to get all 3 of these power nodes now. This grenade's coming around. Bsafetho knows he has grenades. Bsafetho, being Captain Cutter, doesn't even have grenades yet. He's just got those in now as he pushes up to the main base. There's a turret about to be coming up. He's about to get the ODST drop. That grenade from the dead Marine just gets off, but this army is soaring back. We've got a few snipers here. So we got 3 snipers at home, we got 2 out in the open. So Bsafetho might just back off, but could end this with a good ODST drop on those snipers. Here comes the Spartan. Going to be a good Spartan slam here if he doesn't split. Oh, just jumps over the snipers in the end. He almost catches everything. Grenades going down. Not the best micro from Shak, splitting up his army now. He should have waited for the reinforcements before engaging that. Spartan gets stuck in an assassination animation. More snipers now coming in with the grenades. That Spartan's gone. He's dead. ODST is coming down on the snipers. Still a lot of snipers left, but Bsafetho is getting completely wiped. A scatter bomb going on top of the ODST squad now. Probably a bit overkill with that, and he's going to immediately steal the garrison for Bsafetho and chase down these ODSTs with the snipers. He might get away with 1, but the rest are all dead. Not the greatest engagement for Bsafetho there. Shak's going to immediately pick up an expo. He should have kept that. He's safe to do so. Looks like he just wants to take 2 first instead, so he's going to be picking up that next as soon as he has 200 power. And Shak just completely dominating this second game as well. I don't know what is going on with Bsafetho, but everything he's trying to pull off just isn't working. It's not often you see Forge having full map control against the cutter player in terms of power nodes. And Bsafetho just with half-ass pushed, essentially, gaining nothing from it, fluffing the Spartan Slam. The scatter bomb was just overkill from Shak, and Bsafetho lost everything. Now he is pinned back. He gets Tech 2 just in front of Shak, but Shak's going to have the power nodes along with the Expo. Don't think we'll be seeing Bsafetho resign since it is the last game. He wants to do something to come back. Feels like I'm seeing Cutter as the blue player here. Shak going to be picking up a third base as well, and he's going to make a push for the main. Not a lot of base damage. He's just going to be being annoying. There's no turrets on Bsafeto's base right now. This base is open for the picking. The Nightingale gets picked off. The grenades are going down from Bsafetho, but the snipers are putting in so much work. Bsafetho opted not to go for snipers, and I think it's probably just a weird Forge play for Bsafetho. Almost a good split from Shak, but that is a great Spartan Slam. There's just no grenades to follow up on. The heal going down, taken from Shak. He wants to end this game right here. He's pushing the Spartan off. The Spartan's lost his shield. Bsafetho only has an air pad. He has no barracks, got no flamers, got no snipers, got no warthogs to deal with this huge army from WS Shak that is knocking at his front door right now. Grenades going down onto the pads, and what a play by Shak. Completely dominated this whole series. Bsafetho has too much pride. He just doesn't want to resign, because if he loses this game, it's all over. Scarbomb now back up as well. There goes the slam with the archer missiles. Fluffs the archer missiles. Doesn't really get the best slam off, but the Scatterbomb's going to follow up with that. If he could have just got a better archer missiles, he might have been okay at holding this, but even so, he's still really far behind. He's still in trouble. Shak has 3 bases, and there we go. Bsafeto's going to resign. That's going to be a 3-0 sweep for WS Shak in this series. There he is, the French champion. So Shak, how does it feel to 3-0 Bsafetho? Tell me your thoughts after what he was saying to you in the chat.
Well, it feels great, you know. He was bullying me in the chat.
He was bullying, yeah. We just can't stand for bullying in this Halo Wars 2 community, can we? You had to show him what's what.
Yeah, like the French, you know. Don't underestimate the French.
Yeah, the French never surrender.
Yeah. Oh my god. NA players. There's only Rock Gen, but like NA players in general are like, you know, not great, you know.
Ooh, that is a bold statement. So let me just get that again. You're saying that apart from Rock Generation, all NA players are not great.
Yeah. No, I'm